What's up YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And today's video, we got something very interesting. Because apparently we have a brand new monster type in Yu-Gi-Oh! And as you guys can tell by the title of the video, which I don't know how I'm gonna title this once this gets put up, but yeah, we have a brand new Illusionist type. And I don't know what to make of it. But the question is, what is this type? Like, what's the archetype, if you will? Well, before we get into today's video, guys, we are 40 subs away from 200. We are drawing closer and closer and closer to the goal every single day. And as I have said in previous videos, if this channel gets to 200 subs, I will open up this Korean Strike of Neos booster box in its entirety on the channel, on the hopes to potentially pull this guy, Elemental Hero Air Neos. However, if the channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel. But if that doesn't give you enough motivation to want to subscribe, maybe this will. Because if this channel gets to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box, the first set ever made in history. So to recap, 200 subs, 500 subs, 1,000 subs. So if you guys want to see all these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more new card discussions in the future, maybe you guys want more deck profiles, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys want to see all of that and more, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below, answering the question of the day, which is this. What are you guys' thoughts on this brand new Illusionist monster type? Let me know down in the comments below. I want you guys to how can I explain it? How can I say it? Get a understanding of what each of these cards do, and then comment below your thoughts on the new archetype. So there are 7 new cards to talk about, in which this will be a part of the brand new upcoming core set, Duelist Nexus, which honestly I am super excited for. So, if you guys, I don't know if you guys ever saw the DM anime, which I'm pretty sure everybody has. Then you guys will know that Yugi, that Yugimoto, or I guess the Pharaoh, excuse me, had a little monster called Gazelle, the flying mythical beast. You guys remember that monster? Well, apparently the cards have now become an archetype. Yeah, never thought, I never would have imagined that it would ever become an archetype with a new monster type. I never would have imagined, but we're going to kick things off with Gazelle, the King of Mythical Claws, which is a 4-star Earth Beast with 1,500 attack, 1,200 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. Now I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, wait a minute, Beast? I thought it was an Illusionist. Yes, it is true. But the thing is that here's the thing. This card and this next card that I'm going to talk about are are obviously Gazelle is Beast. This next one that I'm going to talk about here in a second is a Fiend. Everything else is an Illusionist. That's where we're getting at. There is another fusion. There is another card that's also a Beast as well. But we'll get to that later on in this video. But as I'm scrolling back up, anyway, so Gazelle has two effects, which are both once per turn. The first effect reads: if this card is normal or special summon, you can add a level 5 Fiend or a Chimera Fusion from your deck to your hand. So this is basically Stratos. This is literally your Stratos for the entire deck. Normal summon it, add a 5-star Fiend or Chimera Fusion to your hand, and just combo off from there, which is pretty cool. Second effect reads: if this card is sent to the grave as material for a fusion summon, you can add one Illusionist monster from your deck to your hand. So again, this is basically Stratos for the entire deck. Normal summon it, add a 5-star Fiend or Chimera Fusion to your hand. And if it's sent to the grave for a fusion summon, then you get to just combo off from there. Add one Illusionist monster to your hand. Go full combo, and you've got your board. So this is basically this card right here, Gazelle, is basically the combo starter, which is really good. But you guys are wondering, what is that 5-star Fiend? Well, it's called Baphomet the Great Wings, which is a 5-star Dark Fiend, obviously. 1400 attack, 1800 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: if this card is normal or special summon, you can add a level 4 Beast monster or Chimera Fusion from your deck to your hand, and you cannot special summon monsters for the extra for the rest of the turn except for fusions. If this card is sent to the grave as a material for a fusion summon, target one Illusionist monster in your grave, special summon it. So these two work hand in hand. So the idea would be normal summon Gazelle, trigger its effect, add Chimera Fusion, or actually add Baphomet to your hand, or you could go add Chimera Fusion to your hand, activate Chimera Fusion, summon out a fusion, and you can just combo off in there, which is really good, which is pretty nice. The only downside though is that with Gazelle, it doesn't say that you can special summon a 5-star Fiend from your deck. In which case, if that were to be the case, then Baphomet's effect would become even more dangerous than it already is now, and you would be able to not only add a 4-star Beast, but also add Chimera Fusion to your hand, activate Chimera Fusion, go into your fusion play, and you can just go off from there and try and push for game, which is pretty cool. But Baphomet does have a nice little Monster Reborn effect, which is really, really good. Speaking of Illusionists, we actually have the first one. Is known as Cornfield Coatter? I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced, but it's a 4-star Wind Illusionist with 500 attack, 1700 defense. The first and third effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: you can discard this card, add a monster that mentions Chimera Fusion from your deck to your hand, except this card. So this is again this is a hand trap. This is a hand trap, what we call a hand trap Stratos, where you send this card where you send Cornfield to your grave from the hand, and you can add either Gazelle or Baphomet, and you can just combo combo off from there. For the most part, you're gonna end up adding Gazelle. That way you would be able to normal summon it, trigger its effect, add Baphomet to your hand. If you already have Chimera Fusion in hand, activate Chimera Fusion, go into your plays, boom, you're done. It's just it would basically be GG, which is pretty cool. The second effect reads, monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. Alright, I mean, so it does protect itself. So it does have a protection, but it's kind of an odd one, I guess. Let's see. Excuse me. The third effect reads when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a card or cards you control, and you control Chimera, the flying mythical beast, you can banish this card from your field or grave, negate that effect, and destroy that card. So it basically has a built-in Solemn Judgment, which is pretty fucking nasty. So it does have a nice little disruption in the graveyard, which is really good. So if your opponent were to activate a card like, say, I'll say just as a random example, I guess Triple Tactics maybe? I don't know. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Basically, you would be able to banish Corfield from your graveyard, negate the effect, and destroy the card, which is not too bad. Which isn't too bad. There's a note underneath that says this card is an adaptation of an old video game exclusive card. I never would have thought, actually. That's pretty cool. Next up, we have Mirror Swordsman, which is a 4-star light illusionist. Excuse me. Again, 4-star light illusionist, 1900 attack, 300 defense. The first and third effects are once per turn. Excuse me. The first effect, which is a quick effect, reads, you contribute this card, special summon a monster that mentions Chimera Fusion from your deck, except this card. Okay. So that's pretty good. So, this is basically the combo starter. Another combo starter where you can normal summon this, activate its effect, special summon Baphomet, trigger its effect to add both Gazelle and Chimera Fusion, go into your fusion plays from there, which is really cool. Second effect reads, monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. Okay. Third effect reads, when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field and you control Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast, banish this card from your field or grave, negate that effect. I mean, to be fair, it's not as powerful as Cornfield, because with Cornfield you're able to destroy the card. With Mirror Swordsman, you just negate you just negate the effect. So it's sort of like an Ash Blossom, sort of, but it's a bit of a weird Ash Blossom. Now we move on into the fusion. So there are, I believe, only two. Yeah, there are only two fusions to talk about in this video. The first one is Chimera the Illusion Magical Beast, which is an 8-star Dark Illusionist fusion with 3100 attack, 2100 defense, and requires Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast plus one or more Illusionist monsters. And it has not one, not two, not three, but 4 effects. 4 effects. The first one reads, this card's name becomes Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast, and is treated as a Phantom Beast card while on the field or in the graveyard. So the Phantom Beasts, if you guys, did I ever talk about the Phantom Beasts? I think the Phantom Beast had its own, like... Hold on. Phantom Beasts. Let's see. Okay, so there are a couple Phantom Beasts in the Phantom Beast archetype. There's Wildhorn, Crosswing, Thunder Pegasus, and that's it. Everything else is literally Mecha Phantom Beast, and there's also, as well, Horn of the Phantom Beast, which is meh. So, those are the only ones. Thunder Pegasus, Crosswing, and Wild Horn. Everything else is literally Mecha Phantom Beast. Oh, and also Phantom Beast Rock Lizard as well. So that's kind of an odd one. That's kind of an odd effect, but it does give you a way to treat it as Chimera, the flying mythical beast. If you were to have a card like, say, Mirror Swordsman on board, and you wanted to use its negation effect, that's pretty cool. The second effect reads, this card can make attacks on monsters during each battle phase up to the number of fusion materials used for its summon. Think about that, guys. Think about that. So Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast plus Mirror Swordsman plus Cornfield Coder. Think about that, guys. Think about that. That would be a total of 2. Actually, 3. 3 attacks. It's literally a cyber twin dragon on steroids, which is pretty nuts. The third effect reads, monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. And the fourth effect reads, if this card battled an opponent's monster at the end of the damage step, you can change that opponent's monster's attack to 0 and negate its effects. So I believe there's a card that can change the attack to 0. Let's see. Change attack and defense. Let's see. Let's try monster cards. Is there any? I don't think there is. Okay, so my laptop is being slow. Not sure what's going on. Anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to see if so there are. So there's quite a few monsters anyway that can change attack. But I want to see. I want to see about something. Change attack to 0. I swear, guys, my laptop is being stupid. Yeah, there really isn't any monsters that can do that. So let's try spells? Nope, nothing comes into mind. Nothing. I haven't. All right, I guess not. I guess there aren't any. I guess it's just monster effects. All right, never mind. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to see if there were like any spell or traps that could change a monster's attack to 0, and apparently I don't think there is. I'll have to look deeper into that later on, but this is basically the big like boss monster for the whole the whole archetype. Not only does this become Chimera while it's on the field, which gives you a nice disruption off of both Mirror Swordsman and Cornfield Kotal, but it also acts as a sort of like a Cyber Twin dragon where it can make multiple attacks, and it also has a built-in disruption on its own, which is pretty nice. And then next up, we've got Chimera the Phantom Beast King, which is a 6-star winged beast with 2100 attack, 1800 defense, and requires a beast monster and a fiend monster, so basically Gazelle and Chimera. Excuse me. The second and third effects are both once per turn. The first effect reads, this card's name becomes Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast while on the field or in the graveyard, but is still treated as a Phantom Beast card. Second effect reads, if this card is fusion summoned, you can activate this effect. During the end phase of this turn, send one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. And then the third effect reads, during your opponent's turn as a quick effect, banish this card from your grave, target a beast, fiend, or illusionist monster in your grave, and special summon it. So this is basically confiscation on steroids. That's all it is. That's all it is. Being able to rip cards out of your opponent's hand and just to be able to just send them to the graveyard is mind-blowing. And what's even more cool about this is that not only could you use Chimera, the original Chimera, you can also use this card to go into Chimera the Illusion Magical Beast, and to be able and just combo off from there, activate Monster Reborn, resummon Chimera the Phantom Beast King, and you basically have yourself a pretty good board, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, we got Chimera Fusion, which is a quick play spell, in which the second effect is a once per turn. The first effect reads, during the main phase, fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or field as material, including a beast or a fiend. The second effect reads, during your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard and you have Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast on your field or in your grave, activate one of these effects. Add this card to your hand, or banish this card and special summon Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts, and one Baphomet from your deck and or graveyard. So this is a really good way to again summon both Gazelle and Baphomet, go into Chimera and potentially push for game, but it all depends on what the board state looks like. So my personal thoughts on this, I don't know. I don't know if this is a sign that we might get Master Rule 6, but we don't really know. We don't know if we're gonna get Master Rule 6 with this archetype. But I can tell you one thing right now. This monster type is completely new. This is actually the first time in what, 5 years? I want to say. Yeah, I want to say in about 5, 6, maybe 7 years that we've had a new monster type. Last time I think what was it? Cybers and Code of the Duelist, if I remember correctly. That's actually been quite a while, actually. So it's been quite some time since we've had a new monster type in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm gonna be honest, I actually like this archetype. I might just build it. Problem is, I don't know how. I might have to implement cards such as fusion deployment would be a good example. Maybe fusion recovery, perhaps. I don't know. I'll have to look into this. But again, let me know down in the comments below. The question of the day is this: what are your guys' thoughts on the new Illusionist archetype, and do you think this will even change the meta at all? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more new card discussions in the future, which get posted every Tuesday and sometimes on Wednesdays and weekends, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.